Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing well, having a great day or a great night. And today we will take a closer look into SongBird. Yes, so let's get started. So it's, as you guys know, it's a young asset and we don't have a lot of data, a lot of candles. So we are going to make a comparison here. And as you guys can see, we can work into this B-true chart. So it's not possible. So what we are going to do is, I want you guys to remember what we had in the past. I will try to make a draw, and because we needed the previous numbers that we had. This is very important, okay? Then we will take a look on what we may possible have today, okay? So let's go. So this is what we have right now, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to make a draw on what we had before to see if it is possible. 80 cents. Just a moment. The top was an 80, but that was in the range of the structure, okay? So and what we are going to do now is go to the lowest section or the very bottom. That at this point it's fair to say this is the bottom, right? So we have many bullish events, bullish fundamentals. It doesn't make sense to believe that we may go down. So it doesn't make sense. We don't have bearish evidence or any bearish clues, right? So the expectations that SongBird, Flare, XLM, XRP, they will all move together up, okay? So what we're going to do here, let me move this line here. 88, just a moment. So 88, now we go for the pivot right here. And now we are going to do some math, okay? So it's at this point, it's impossible to make any projection or try to acquire price targets because we don't have any clear structure, okay? So this is, it's not easy, it's complicated. So we are going to try to make our best. First, we are going to talk about what we have, by matter of fact, and then maybe let's try to figure out possible targets, okay? So the first thing you have to do is to measure what we have. And now what we are going to do, let's talk about what we do have. So we have all this from 88 down to less than 1 cent, okay? So if SongBird were in a complete bearish scenario, then we could expect at least 10 cents. Okay, and why 10 cents? Because usually when things are bearish, we have golden rejections. So what is a golden rejection? It's being rejected from 6218, which is the, let's say, the usual, okay? 3820, it's not a big deal because it's always way too close to the lowest section. So it's very close. It's not enough room for a proper rejection, even for a bear, okay? Unless the thing is completely doomed, then it maybe wouldn't even reach 2360, okay? So this being said, we do know that we don't have a bear, not today, not tomorrow, not next month. So following the logic of the market, the whole market, and not only the crypto market. So those of you who follow me for a long time, you guys remember that all the videos that I record, all the analysis that I do, it's based on the macro picture. So everything from Dow Jones to gold to dollar to XRP to silver, all of them together, currencies, and then we make sense about this whole thing, the bigger picture. That's what's matter. It's like reading a book. with different chapters. I don't make solo analysis. It doesn't work. It is not reliable. And today, all the global indexes, they follow the US economy. So solo analysis, it's completely useless. Doesn't help, doesn't work. Okay. So there are some scenarios that we can speculate about. One is lower high. Lower high for later bullish continuation. So I'm talking about possible things that may happen. We still don't know. We don't have any evidence because we don't have clear structures. We have it's a younger asset. So let's say first, let's make a line here for September 2025. I'm going to explain the big deal about this line. So it's the season pivot. Okay, we are on the monthly. And now December blue line. This is for the winter pivot, so you guys are aware of it. Now, how long we will have till the Fed pivot? I mean, after the Fed pivot, we are going to see everything going up. Okay, so we're still in a bullish trend. It's not a bearish trend at all. So if the Fed do raise lower rates by June, right now June, then we would be talking about 12 months from June to June, and till September it would be 15 months. Okay, so we can work with the summer pivot right here, the autumn, and less likely the December. Oh, it's red. Okay, so you guys know the drill. I talked a lot about this in the last video, XRP video, and also you guys are familiar with the seasons pivot. So let's get started. If it lasts 12 months, let's take a look here from where we are. Actually, let's go from the bottom, right? Let's go from the bottom. So this would be 20 months, okay? From the lowest section, the very bottom, to the top that we still don't know where it is going to be. So 12 months. But if we do consider the Fed pivot right here. So let's say it's June. We are in June. June right here till June 2025. So this would be 12 bars. So now the next question is, and so on and on, 12, 15, 18, which 18 is off the average lifespan of a bullish trend. It usually, from what we can remember, it's 17 months, the longest bull run, a cycle from what I can remember. So if we look into, for example, Dow Jones and bigger, for example, baskets, of course, Dow Jones, it's a basket of the most valuable companies. Of course, we will have different numbers, but when we look on the scale, when it goes up, and then we always have insane corrections, okay? So it's a, let's say from one move to the correction. Let's say 12, 15, 18, 17. I don't remember any 18. It's off the curve, okay? And also we can apply a average that we have, for example, on Dow Jones into crypto, right? Doesn't make any sense. The numbers won't be the same. So when we talk about indexes, we consider one average. Younger assets, other average. But basically, like I said, everything will go up after the Fed pivot. That's a fact. Everything will start to go down when we start having bigger problems with inflation, and then the Fed will have to start raising rates again. And it is not going to be just like this time from 2 to 5. It is going to be much bigger than that, okay? So, all this being said, let's do consider 12 months here. The first question is this enough room for a big move? For a lower high, okay? So the first scenario, it's a lower high. Very aggressive, leading to bullish continuation. So 75, just for the sake of this example. It is possible for such a move to happen? Yes. There is enough room? Yes. Even though it appears to be a small time frame, but it is not. If we do consider this guy here, it was bigger, if I'm not wrong. Let's take a look. Almost 2 years going down. Almost. So XRP probably a great example. Its run in 1217 was 11 months, and the correction so far it's 6 years. Okay, so yeah. Now the second question that we have is, what are the chances or the odds that SongBird can blast the roof? For example, following the example of Cardano. Actually, Cardano would be a bad example because it's not that bullish. Okay, it made a weak new high. Okay, so this is something that we don't know for SongBird already. But in my humble opinion, SongBird is a much better project than Cardano. Okay, some people may disagree. It is, it is going to be one opinion against the other. So at this moment, it's pointless to discuss this or that. So let's draw another box here. If it lasts 15 months, just for the sake of this example, so it is just an example. Just a moment, folks. Now let's do consider 15, and I'm going to explain why 15. Seven for the sake of this example, seven. No, seven, no, it has to be 5. Okay. So why I'm considering a bigger time frame? Because a much bigger move logically would need more time, right? But what if Songbird decides to mimic XRP, to just blast the roof? It's possible. Yes, it is possible. But can we measure? No, we can't today. It's impossible, almost impossible. But what we can do is try to play with Fibonacci. Yes, not all the aspects of Fibonacci, just one, okay? For the sake of this example. Just for you guys to know, right now, we are below the $1 realm. So this is crystal clear, right? But there is a big thing about it because as soon Songbird triggers $1, then it joins the realm from 1 to 99. I'm not saying it is going to 10, 50. That's not the point. But it is going to be into the realm of the 2 digits. Okay. So maybe this run, we maybe see, let's say $1.05. But again, in the future, there is a big chance for Songbird to join the 2 digits realm. Okay. So that some information, they are very important today, but we are only going to see fruits, the reflection of it, in the future. Okay, that's how markets work. Okay, uh, things take a long time to develop, to become clear, to give us a much better perspective. It's the magic the market's logic. There's no other way, okay? So uh, let's get rid of this line and also this line here. So now what we are going to do is to take a look on how it would behave. Okay, so, oh, forgive me, folks. Um, let's draw this square again. Um, what are the chances that a straight move could lead us to $26? It is possible. Everything is possible. It is likely. I don't think so, but I do trust Fibonacci. Again, the problem is some people may say, whoa, it is possible you're calling a target. No, I'm not. I'm just reading what Fibonacci is telling us. Okay. And also don't forget this is a log scale chart, which everything appears to be wild. Okay. We must be able to read it properly to not get excited and crazy. So I want this square again. Let's go from here we are going to end up with a crazy number. It has to be from where we are right now. So we have 391, 851, and then 26. We don't have a 5, but we do know 5 is a very important level that is in between. What we do know is that bullish things, they don't stop at 127. This we do know by a matter of fact. It doesn't mean it can happen. That's very different, okay? If we take a look on Cardano made a miserable new high. It was very poor compared with the previous one. And right now, Cardano is in a scenario very, very likely Ethereum. It's very, very similar. So the ROI, it's not great as before. Okay, so just for guys to to remember the numbers, you may take a look on Cardano and Ethereum. So here we are measuring to December. And now let's take a look, just another one, because it's wild trying to look into things that are not clear at all. Okay, so first let's do consider, is it possible for SongBird to reach $8 in 15 months? Possible, it is possible, but I think it's highly unlikely. Okay, why? From 1 cent to $1, that's say 100x. Okay, then from $1 to $8 would be 8x. So these numbers, I see probability because right here, 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, 30, it's not a big deal. But as soon as we cross the $1 range, it always leads to corrections. Okay, so for example, we are in $5. Then let's say we reach the 3 digits realm, 101. The chances to see a big correction, it's enormous. Okay, especially at the first time into a different realm. So let's say, for example, 110. Okay, time for correction. Then in the next cycle, probably consolidation into the 2 or 3 digits realm before 4, if that is going to happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen. I'm saying how the realms and rules for the numbers, the zeros, it works. Okay. And we also have tools to look at that. We have 4 tools, actually 5, that are unique tools nobody else have, only the Champions Club members have. and it is available here only for members on TradingView. Okay, but so back into numbers. I don't think it is possible. 5 maybe would be, followed by a big correction, of course. 3, let's work with 3. I think it's safer. Okay, so to funnel all the information that we have and to not lead us to a lot of speculation, I think it's fair to work with 2 scenarios. First, staying inside lower high consolidation into this big range from 80.80 to 1. Actually, it was below 1, and then a monster move. The problem with this idea, we have room. Just a sec. It is not necessary. So here we have, so this is 2025. Okay. How long the next crisis, global economic problems will last? In my humble opinion, it is going to be more than 2 years, most likely, probably 3, maybe to reach a bottom, 3 or 5. It's hard to tell. But now imagine if things are to come back again bullish by 2030. We know 2030 is a very important date for multiple reasons. So would we have, just a moment, would such a scenario be possible? I don't think so, and I'm going to explain why. For example, something like this. Okay, so this is the first scenario that we are considering. There is one problem with this scenario. So remember, first we are talking about lower high consolidation, then big monster move. If this is the way this is going to happen, then we will need such a consolidation and borrowing like this to match the time frame, For example, something like this, and then bang. But there is a problem here because I overextended the line into the future to match this pattern. And there is a problem because we do know that the next one, it is going to be a straight and wild break, a bear attack. So we are most likely going to see something straight like this. But it doesn't mean it still cannot develop a bigger structure. So every probability comes with different approaches, or let's say behavior, structure. So there is always more into it, That's why we have to consider or try to consider everything that we can. Just a second, folks. Okay, so I think this scenario, it's unlikely. It doesn't make much sense. Okay, but we gotta consider everything that we can, even if we don't like it, because this way we will not be catched by surprise. Now let's consider a scenario with higher high, the one that we were looking here. So what are the chances for $1? I think the chances are fair because the previous top was close to $1. Now the second question is, it is possible to see 391? I think it is. Okay, remember, we are talking about a scenario that SongBird goes straight up, blasting the previous high. Okay, another thing, so this is the what comes after this scenario or possible structure. If SongBird blasts $1, then SongBird will have the same signature behavior as Ethereum, which means that in the longer run, Songbird will have beautiful gains, and then it is going to develop a macro monster bearish structure that will lead to a much bigger correction into the future. Probably we're talking about 10 years. Okay, so again, we gotta consider all aspects possible. Okay, have multiple ideas, not only what we do want to see. It's dangerous. So 391, it's possible for this run. I think it is. I'm not going to bet my ships yet, because again, we must clear 50 and then 61, and then we are going to observe to see if Songbird will be ready to blast the previous high. So some approaches require what? To look one step at a time. What is going on? Real time. That's the way, especially because we don't have a clear structure. So this is very important, folks. Very. Okay? Just a moment. I keep moving the chart and getting far away. So let's draw the line. Let's work with 351 into different time frames. One for the summer. Because remember, folks, here we are working with two things. Asset development or price development and time. Actually time and then price behavior. Okay, so two things that are hard to try to forecast. Time, we have a great idea about time. So it's the time of all the things, the assets, it's probably going to be the same. But how to measure growth of something that is so young and we have very little evidence? So this is the most hard work we can do right now. Now let's add another arrow for autumn, and then another one for the winter. So we do understand that, just a sec, let me take a look again. It would be 18 months to the winter, which is off the curve. So I will leave this scenario off the probabilities. Now let's take a look into the autumn, which is going to be 15. 15 is inside a probability. Yes, it is. I think it is. So, but it's inside the yellow, late yellow stage. Do you guys remember the traffic light? We have green, fine, yellow, pay attention. As long as we stay in the yellow, we are close to the red, stop, you know? So, and if we enter the stop, you are already late because things will be already happening. So what we do want is to be inside, or let's say in between, the when it turns yellow and before it turns red. That's what we want to be in, the scenario that we want. So considering this, 15 would be a yellow. I think it is. Most likely. But I can be wrong. Yes, I can. We have to work with all possibilities, right? So in my humble opinion, the 12 months, it's way too safer, and it is probably going to be the right after the green. Just, next stage. Okay, I have to make a decision. I'm going to decide the next couple of days to see, figure out what I'm going to do. It's probably time to plan instead of to be greedy. Okay, so into this scenario, do we have enough room for such a growth? Yes, we do have. Right here. Okay, so it wouldn't be something of this world, a wild development right here. So as we could see here, it just kept going down. It didn't had any big corrections along the way. Okay, so the same thing is true for upside movements when things are crazy. It's just buy, buy, go, go to a period of time. And this is the most important part in the markets, time. Okay, so uh, the less bullish scenario I will consider at the first moment is a lower high, but based on stages. Okay, again, 6180, then 780, 60. Then what we have is a strong lower high. We are completely flat, like some people will call, oh, it's a double top. No, it is not. Not yet. And then, okay, made a break. Okay, we do know that it breached the 100% range, which will take us to the next realm. And then we are going to figure out how it's behaving, how long it's been to figure out time, the clock, and then, okay, how much, where we are, how much time we have, how far we are into this. So it's based our decisions in a trend that it is not beginning, it's the continuation. It's how things are looking into my time perspective. It's not based on people's perspective, it's your perspective. This is your work, your capital. You are responsible for what you are doing, for what you want, your strategy. Nobody's going to do for you. So why would you listen to others when it comes down to make our decisions? It doesn't make sense. So I just record these videos, as you guys know, to share my opinion, what I think, and what I'm going to do. This is my point. I don't watch anybody else videos, analysis. I do my thing. Today, thank God, I am able to do my thing alone, and it's our work. It's our homework. That's what we have to do. There is no other way. Okay. So then you can draw another box here and try to figure out as time goes. Okay. Actually, let me share something with you. A way to do this, a easier way, like one step at a time. It's the best approach in my humble opinion. Okay. So for example, let's say if by the next month, SongBird is at 618. Then I will leave this square right here. Okay, like a first stage, or it is going to be 2 months where we are, and then July. Then let's say, for the sake of this example, okay, SongBird stayed here for a while. Forgive me. Consolidation, and now it is going again. 80, 75, okay, 76. So let's say the next move is 76 cents. What I'm going to do next? I'm going to wait to see if it's a lower high or if there is evidence that is going to make a straight breakthrough. Then we can again use another square. Okay, so now we would be into the 127, 120 range. Just a second. 127 range. Folks, one important thing about Fibonacci retracement tool. This tool is to measure what happened, okay? It doesn't work to figure out the future. Well, I'm talking about this tool right here, from 100 to 0, okay? Because as you guys know, some people, what they are going to do, they are going to do just like they do with Elliott waves. Oh, then we are going here, then we are going to fall back, and then we are going to go up to 1 and then down to other. No, that's not how it works. It's the opposite way. We measure what happened. Or if we do have straight and clear structures, then maybe we can acquire targets or possible scenarios, but only with assets that have uh, clear structure, clear information, okay? Better intel. So this step-by-step square example is a great way to track what is going on. Of course, you don't have to draw the squares. You just have to remember the numbers, okay? So the square is just a method for people to get in and remember what is going on, you know, what we've been talking about. Oh, okay, one step at a time. We have the numbers, range, realms, how, probably, and then time. Time is the most important thing right now. And time is right here. Oops, right here. Time. And here we have price development. It's a scale. We could consider this guy Y and this guy X. That's the thing. So this, it's something that people look at every day, but they don't look at these things this way. So it's like math, you know. So I hope this methodology or this way to look at price development behavior can help you in your into your decisions, you know, the way that you are going to track, to pay attention, you know. And this way, folks, you can get informed by yourself just by looking to the chart. You don't even have to make analysis. But remember, look into external fundamentals, central banks, news, inflation, then look in the chart. Pick all these things that you figure out, add into the chart. So this is the best way that you can make technical analysis without, oh, this is the resistance, that is the support, then we have a gun, then we have that, then we have Elliott bang bang bang. It's what is the things? Oh, I forgot the joke about the Elliott waves. It's oh boy, it's I think I won't remember. Oh, the zigzag bullshit. Oh boy, that's funny. That's funny. Okay, so for example, you don't even need moving averages. Let me show you something right here. I think I have moving average simple. Yes, that's what we needed. But we needed two. I don't think it is this one. Well, it has to be for this example. So what we do need is 1s2025, which is going to be blue. And this lower one has to be red at 50. Where are you? Oh no. But I saw it. But it's not going to happen probably because it's the monthly chart. Let's see in the weekly. Okay, so here it goes. So on the monthly, I'm not reading tools. I'm just giving you an example. Okay. Let me come back and do this again. Hide and hide. By the size of this structure, I can tell without the tools that this is a reversal as already, okay? Just by looking at the size. Now the example that I want to share, because we were looking to a very, very big time frame. Now the weekly, okay. Now what we want to do is to bring you back. So as you guys can see, we have the reversal here. It's everything. No, it is not everything. But when we do look into the monthly and the weekly, the chances for it to get invalidated is close to none. Okay, it's very, very hard for it to change again. Okay, because it's a longer period of time. So as longer it can be, the more reliable it is going to be. Okay. As you guys can see, some people call it the golden cross, if I'm not wrong, from the 12, the 50 cross the 25, and well, one way or the other, we can read the candles and structures without any tools. I just want to share you guys some later or uh, intel with delay. Okay, so all those tools, they come with a delay. But when we are able to read, structures, behavior, fundamentals, starting fundament, then we get one step ahead. That's what we want, to be ahead as possible. Then we will have some time to make the better decisions. This is great. Sometimes we need more time. Just for the sake of this example, let me take a quick look into Ishimoku. I don't remember if I did it or not. Okay, so do we have a reversal reading Ishimoku in this example? Not yet. But it is possible that it is close to happen. Okay, from the downside of the correction, if we can say, into this new territory, we have to change from the red cloud getting off and then bouncing above the green. So it is just a different way to read behavior. I really don't like it, especially in assets that are young. Okay, of course we can have a much better idea on older assets, so it's not a big deal at all. Okay, so just sharing some thoughts here with you guys, and just another thing here. So this is cool, this is interesting. I have a friend, 11 Monkey, and he talked about hey, take a look into flare. Is that a cup and handle? And I was like, really? Let me take a look. And then really there is a cup and handle. And the cup and handle is a bottom reversal structure, which the great thing about the cup and handle is that we can figure the first target. So we have a bottom structure, bottom reversal structure, and then we can acquire the target right away. Okay, so let's do this right here, because from what I can see here, we also have another one here. So probably one is following the other. This is actually cool. I was about to end this video. Oh, it is. Yes, it is. Because we still can consider this guy here, not only the other one. So it's not like it doesn't have to be 100% accurate to be relevant, okay? Especially when we are dealing with tails, empty bodies, so on. Because all of this is still inside bar action, okay? Just a second, let's go. There is a tool to do this, but I think we don't need it. So here is the cup, and here it is the candle. I talked about this guy right here in advance, if I'm not wrong, in a Champions Club update, which is a falling wedge with a trap, but it's still a falling wedge. And now we are developing the handle. The only problem here is, actually it's not a problem. I'm probably wrong. So let's take a look at the tool, which is not 100% accurate, but can give us a great idea. So the first target would be 8 cents, almost 9 cents. That would be the first target. Again, this tool for this into the log scale charts, it is not 100% accurate, but still, I bet my shoes that we are going to be close to this range right here. This range holds more value than, for example, all these ranges right here. This one holds more value, but again, we are very close and borrow reversal structure, so it makes sense to see a probably little fight here on 8, 9, and also we can forget that 8 cents is a always important range, always, for anything, okay? So here it is, probably the first uh, leg on SongBird, okay? So we can consider this as wave number 1. I think so, probably. But then we will have to acknowledge this guy through here, expect something, little correction, and then the third wave. Makes sense. So the third wave here would be 79. So do you guys remember when I explained to you following step by step, one after the other, measuring, looking, observing? This is the way to be, not drawing lines in the future. Right now, this is not going to work. What we can work is with the first one. So for example, just for the sake of this example, if I'm right, and that's how SongBird do. Let's say this is the first leg. It would be great, right? 8 cents, 90 cents. The third wave on the Elliott waves, it's always bigger than the first. That's why the importance of measuring the first line. Then we can have a great idea about the third line if it is going to play 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 0, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, depending on the way you look at it. Okay, I love to consider the 0 as part of it because it's 6 pivots that we are dealing with. Okay, so things are looking good, very good, and we are very, very close. So this is a exciting time. We've been working hard all these years, and here we are, almost there, about to go, and things are really look great. Okay, so folks, this should be a short video, almost 50 minutes already, but it's been a while since I talked about SongBird, and we have a lot of things to consider, talk about, so it's almost impossible to make a short video, okay? So I do hope this video and these tools, this method, this way can help you guys to make our decisions, to look into it, and plan your strategy, what you may look at. Maybe this can explain and solve some doubts that you may have. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, if you did it, enjoy, please hit the like button, share with your friends, comment below, to improve this video performance into YouTube. As you guys know, I have a little relevance on YouTube, but that doesn't matter. We are friends here, right? We have a lot of people that I know from years before into Twitter, and yeah. So see ya. Thank you, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.